What if nothing in your life has ever truly been random? Not the heartbreak that left you breathless, not the delays that tested your patience, not the people who walked away without explanation. What if the moments that felt like endings were never accidents at all, but hidden beginnings, quietly waiting to reveal themselves in forms you never expected? Imagine that every twist, every loss, every pause is a message, an invitation from the universe to awaken something deeper within you. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that nothing is meaningless. Every experience, even the painful ones, carries a lesson, a purpose, a subtle guide toward growth. The rejection you felt, the doors that closed, the detours that seemed frustrating, all of it may be shaping you into a stronger, wiser, more compassionate version of yourself. Life doesn't always shout its intentions. It whispers in the spaces between moments, in the silence of reflection, and in the quiet nudges you almost miss. Before we dive deeper, pause for a moment. Take a deep breath, open your mind, and ask yourself, what if every struggle, every heartbreak, every delay was guiding you towards something greater? What if the very challenges that shook you were actually the catalysts for your awakening? Today, we'll explore how nothing in life is truly coincidence, and how every experience is a doorway to clarity, growth, and inner transformation. Lesson 1: Cracks reveal the light. There comes a moment in life when something inside you shatters. It might be a heartbreak, a betrayal, or a dream that falls apart silently. In that instant, the world seems to tilt, leaving you unsteady and overwhelmed. Yet Buddhist wisdom teaches that these moments are not endings. They are openings, doorways to transformation. Pain is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to awaken the light that has always been quietly waiting within. Imagine a simple clay vessel, plain and unassuming, holding nothing but shape. When it cracks, it no longer hides what is inside. Light streams through the fissures, illuminating spaces that were always there but unseen. In the same way, suffering cracks open the hidden corners of your life. Those moments that felt unbearable are not flaws or punishments. They are invitations to see yourself more clearly, to feel more deeply, and to discover wisdom that was previously inaccessible. What once seemed like destruction is actually the beginning of something profound, a sacred revealing of your inner strength. Resistance to pain only magnifies its weight. When you fight it, you harden against it, letting fear or bitterness settle in. Acceptance, however, softens the edges. Sitting with your suffering, allowing it to be without judgment, transforms it into clarity. You begin to notice patterns, lessons, and possibilities that were invisible when you resisted. Take a moment now to reflect silently on a time when you felt broken. What did that experience teach you about your resilience, your compassion, or your capacity to grow? The cracks in your life are never signs of weakness. They are proof that you are alive, that you are being reshaped by experience, and that the light within you has room to shine. Pain, when embraced rather than resisted, becomes a teacher. Through these cracks, the soul expands. Through these openings, the unseen parts of yourself are revealed. What broke you was never meant to stop you. It was meant to awaken you, guiding you toward the deeper, more radiant self that has always been waiting to emerge. Lesson 2: Waiting is sacred preparation. There are times in life when it feels like everything is at a standstill. Doors stay closed, opportunities pass by, and the world seems to move while you remain paused. In these moments, it is easy to feel forgotten or to believe that delay is a punishment. Yet Buddhist wisdom invites us to see these pauses differently. Delays are not denials, they are sacred preparation. The universe is aligning you, shaping your readiness for something greater than what you had imagined. Consider the growth of a bamboo tree. For years, It shows nothing above the ground. No leaves, no shoots, no signs of life. To the outside observer, it seems dormant, wasted. Yet beneath the surface, its roots are stretching deep, silently anchoring and preparing for the day it will rise. Then, seemingly overnight, the bamboo shoots skyward, unshakable and strong. Life's quiet seasons work the same way. The preparation is unseen, but it is happening. The stillness, the waiting, the pauses, they are all part of a hidden, sacred growth. Patience is not passive. It is an active trust in the unfolding of life. It is learning to breathe deeply, to soften against uncertainty, and to remain open even when progress is invisible. When you surrender your timeline and trust the process, you begin to see the lessons within the waiting. Each quiet season teaches resilience, introspection, and the deepening of your understanding. Ask yourself now what unseen roots are growing in your life. What strength is forming quietly beneath the surface, preparing you for a breakthrough you cannot yet see. Every delay, every period of stillness carries a purpose. It may not feel like progress, but it is aligning you with what is truly meant for your path. Your waiting is not wasted. It is shaping you, refining your heart, and preparing the ground for what is to come. Life's timing is not arbitrary, and what seems like stillness is often the universe's way of giving you exactly what you need, right when you need it. Trust the unseen growth, embrace the quiet, and remember that every pause is a teacher, every delay a guide, and every moment of waiting a sacred preparation for your becoming. Lesson 3. Letting go shows what lasts. Life has a way of teaching us through loss. There are moments when something we cherished, perhaps a relationship, a dream, or even an identity we clung to, begins to slip away. At first, it feels like betrayal, like the world is turning its back on us. But in the quiet spaces that follow, Buddhist wisdom reminds us that letting go is not punishment, it is a revelation. It is the universe gently showing us what is essential, what truly belongs, and what has simply outgrown our journey. Imagine an autumn tree shedding its leaves. It does not resist the falling leaves. It does not fight the process. Each leaf that drifts away creates room for light, space for new growth, and clarity in the structure beneath. So too, in our lives, releasing what no longer fits allows us to see ourselves more clearly. Holding on too tightly only blurs our vision. Letting go is not a sign of weakness. It is a sacred practice of wisdom. It is the gentle recognition that what remains after the loss is our truth, the unchanging essence of who we are beneath the layers of fear, attachment, and expectation. Pause for a moment and reflect on your life. What is one thing you have held on to unnecessarily? Perhaps it is a grudge, a habit, a relationship, or a version of yourself that no longer serves you. Visualize releasing it now, letting it float away like a leaf on a breeze. Notice the space it leaves behind. That space is not emptiness, it is clarity. It is a sacred opening for something deeper, something aligned with your growth and purpose. Every act of letting go is a lesson in impermanence and a step closer to seeing the truth of your path. Life does not lose what is meant to remain. What persists through change, through endings, and through absence is your truth, and it is eternal in its guidance. The universe does not take without giving. It prunes, it clears, and it reshapes. When we allow ourselves to release, we align with the natural flow of life. Letting go is not just about loss, it is about discovery. It is the practice that shows us what lasts, what matters, and what we were always meant to carry forward. Lesson 4. Rejection is redirection. In life, doors close without warning. Opportunities vanish, people walk away, and plans we carefully nurtured suddenly collapse. In those moments, it is natural to feel disappointment, confusion, even despair. The mind may scream that we have failed, that life is unfair, but Buddhist wisdom teaches us to see rejection differently. Rejection is rarely punishment. It is not a wall meant to stop you. It is guidance, a subtle nudge from the universe, steering you towards something more aligned with your true path. Think of water flowing in a river. When it encounters a rock, it does not resist or freeze. It curves, it bends, it finds a new way forward, yet it never loses its essence. In the same way, rejection is not a dead end. It is an invitation to redirect your energy, to flow around the obstacle, and to discover paths you may not have seen before. Every no you encounter is making space for a greater yes, a door that fits not only your desires, but your deeper purpose. Often, what we think we wanted was not meant for us, and what arrives afterward may surpass all expectations. Pause for a moment and reflect on your own life. Can you recall a time when you faced a rejection that initially hurt, perhaps a job opportunity, a relationship, or a dream that slipped away? At the time, it may have felt like the end, a closed chapter. Yet, if you look back, you may notice that rejection became a turning point. It freed you from what was misaligned, pushed you toward what was waiting for you, and reshaped your journey in ways that only became clear later. The universe has a quiet intelligence, guiding with precision, even when the timing feels painful. This is the lesson of surrender and trust. You are allowed to feel the ache of disappointment, but do not let it convince you that you are off course. Instead, lean into the wisdom hidden in the no. Allow it to guide you, to redirect your steps toward alignment and growth. Each rejection, each closed door, is a teacher, revealing where you do not belong and where your true path lies. By embracing rejection as redirection, you transform obstacles into opportunities, pain into insight, and endings into sacred beginnings. Life flows around every obstacle, just like water, and so must you. Trust that the universe is shaping your journey, often more wisely than you can see in the moment. Every closed door is not a stop, but a signpost pointing to your next step. Lesson 5. Growth lies beyond comfort. True transformation rarely comes wrapped in ease. The soul does not seek comfort, it seeks evolution. We spend so much of our lives chasing what feels light, safe, and predictable, believing that happiness is found in smooth roads and soft landings. Yet Buddhist wisdom reminds us that real growth lies precisely where comfort ends. The moments that push us, challenge us, and shake the foundations of our lives are the moments that awaken our deepest potential. Discomfort is not a mistake, nor is it punishment. It is a teacher, patiently guiding us toward the version of ourselves that is capable of rising higher, seeing further, and loving deeper. Consider the lotus flower. It does not bloom in still, clean water. It rises through thick, dark mud, through murky depths where growth seems impossible. Every layer of pressure, every obstacle, every weight that holds it down is not an enemy. It is the force that shapes it into something extraordinary. Your life works in the same way. Challenges, heartbreaks, losses, and fears are the mud that pushes you to grow. They carve channels of resilience, courage, and clarity that smooth waters never could. The soul understands that ease alone cannot awaken insight, strength, or depth. It is through struggle that we find the light waiting within us. Take a moment to reflect on your own life. Identify one challenge that once felt unbearable, one experience that tested you to your limits. Perhaps it was a loss, a rejection, a period of uncertainty, or a fear that demanded you face yourself. In the moment, you may have wished for relief, for escape, for the pain to disappear. Yet, looking back, you likely recognize that this challenge shaped you. It revealed strength you did not know you had. It expanded your heart, sharpened your mind, and deepened your understanding of who you are. Discomfort, when met with awareness and acceptance, transforms from an adversary into a guide, showing you the edges of your potential. The practice of embracing discomfort begins with presence. Instead of resisting the ache, the fear, or the uncertainty, breathe into it. Sit with it. Observe it. Ask quietly what it has to teach you. When we approach discomfort with curiosity rather than fear, the lessons become clear. Each trial carries wisdom, each challenge opens a doorway, and each moment of tension becomes a stepping stone toward evolution. Your soul is not harmed by difficulty, it is awakened. So, the next time life shakes your foundations, pause and remember, the storm is not meant to break you, it is shaping you. The mud is not meant to trap you, it is preparing you to rise. The discomfort is not your enemy, it is the master sculptor of your becoming. Growth always waits on the other side of ease, and your soul has been quietly calling you to step into it all along. Lesson 6. Loss as a teacher. Loss is one of life's most profound teachers. At first, it arrives like a thief in the night, taking what we held most dear and leaving silence in its wake. We feel emptiness, grief, and confusion, as if the world has turned against us. Yet Buddhist wisdom shows that loss is never meaningless. In the space left by absence, a subtle, quiet transformation begins. It is in the emptiness, in the silence, that insight, compassion, and inner strength can emerge. The very thing we thought we lost may have been preparing us for a deeper understanding of ourselves and our path. Think for a moment about something you once held tightly, perhaps a relationship, a dream, a position, or a chapter of life that has ended. At the time, it may have seemed like the world had closed its doors to you. The heart ached, the mind questioned, and every fiber of your being resisted the reality of that loss. Yet now, if you look back with gentle awareness, you may notice that this absence allowed something essential to unfold. It created space for growth, for clarity, for wisdom that could never have arrived without the disruption. What once seemed cruel may have been a quiet guide toward alignment, showing you what truly matters and what no longer serves your becoming. Loss teaches the art of release. Holding on too tightly does not preserve what we value, it distorts it. We cling to the familiar out of fear, wishing to recreate the past, yet in doing so we blind ourselves to the lessons waiting to be discovered. Like a lantern in darkness, letting go illuminates what we could not see while grasping. Compassion deepens when we recognize the fragility of life and the impermanence of our experiences. Strength grows when we allow ourselves to feel grief fully, to honor the absence, and to learn from it rather than deny it. Consider how absence shapes perspective. Perhaps a friendship ended abruptly, or a job opportunity slipped through your hands. In the moment, it felt like a loss without reason, a door closed forever. Yet over time, you may have discovered new understanding, resilience you never knew you possessed, clarity about your true path, or the capacity to love without expectation. Loss is a mirror, reflecting the parts of ourselves that remain steadfast, revealing the essence that cannot be taken. Breathe and allow yourself to reflect on one past loss that once felt unbearable. Visualize it now, not as an emptiness, but as a lantern casting light along your path. See what it revealed to you in hindsight, the strength, the insight, the lessons that shaped your heart and mind. Each absence carries a message. What was taken was never truly lost. It has transformed, returning as wisdom, as presence, as a deeper knowing of life and your place within it. Loss is not punishment, it is sacred guidance. The soul does not grow through possession alone, but through letting go and receiving the lessons hidden in absence. The next time grief or loss touches your life, pause, listen to the quiet message it brings, embrace the space it creates, for it is in that space that your soul learns to shine with clarity, depth, and compassion. Through loss, we awaken, not in spite of what is gone, but because of it. Lesson 7. People come and go, leaving lessons. In life, people arrive at the exact moment they are needed, and just as naturally, they leave when their purpose is fulfilled. Not everyone is meant to stay, yet every encounter carries meaning. Some relationships are fleeting, like a gust of wind brushing against your face, brief but unforgettable. Others may last for years, yet even they follow their own path, and eventually separation comes. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that no connection is wasted. Every person who crosses our path leaves a mark, a lesson, a mirror, reflecting something essential about who we are and who we are becoming. Reflect for a moment on someone who has left your life, perhaps a friend, a mentor, or even a loved one. The departure may have been painful, leaving a sense of grief or longing, as though a piece of your world had been torn away. Yet with quiet reflection, you begin to notice the subtle gifts hidden within the absence. Every person who comes into your life carries a lesson, whether it is patience, courage, empathy, or the recognition of your own strength. Some are teachers who awaken you to your potential. Others act as mirrors, revealing habits, fears, or patterns you may have ignored. Their purpose is not permanence, but awakening. Their presence, however brief, is a catalyst for your growth, shaping your journey in ways you might only fully understand later. Gratitude transforms separation. Instead of clinging to the past or harboring resentment, pause and silently thank those who have left. Consider what they contributed to your life, even if only for a short time. Perhaps a friendship ended, but it taught you the value of trust. Maybe a mentor departed, but their guidance opened a door to your own strength. By seeing each encounter as sacred, grief turns into wisdom, and loss becomes a teacher in its own right. Understanding that people are temporary gifts allows us to embrace life more fully, appreciating the moments we have while releasing what is no longer ours to hold. Even when departures feel abrupt or painful, they are part of life's rhythm. Like the ebb and flow of tides, people come and go, leaving behind traces of beauty, lessons, and understanding. We are shaped not only by those who stay, but also by those who leave, guiding us to become more aware, more compassionate, and more aligned with our true path. Take a moment now to reflect on someone who has left your life. Feel gratitude for the lessons they brought, for the ways they changed you, and for the understanding that they were never gone without purpose. Every encounter, every farewell, is part of the intricate design of your life. By embracing the impermanence of relationships, we cultivate deeper insight, richer compassion, and the wisdom to recognize that even in absence, love and learning remain. People come and go, but the lessons they leave behind endure. By acknowledging these gifts, we transform loss into growth, endings into beginnings, and every departure into a step forward on the path of life. As we draw this journey to a close, pause for a moment and let these truths settle in. Nothing in your life has ever been random. Every heartbreak, every delay, every person who walked away, every challenge you faced, they were never meaningless. They are messages, carefully crafted experiences meant to guide you, to awaken insight, and to illuminate your path. Pain, loss, rejection, and waiting are not punishments. They are teachers, pointing you toward growth, resilience, and clarity. When you begin to see life this way, your struggles lose their sting, and every twist and turn becomes part of the story of your evolution. Healing does not come from avoidance or trying to fix everything. True healing comes from feeling fully, from embracing the present moment, and allowing yourself to learn from what life offers. Wisdom is not found in controlling the uncontrollable, but in surrendering to the flow and observing with presence. Each lesson we explored, whether it was finding light through cracks, trusting the sacred pauses, letting go, recognizing redirection, embracing discomfort, learning from loss, or valuing the people who come and go, points to one essential truth: you are not broken, you are becoming. Life is shaping you, guiding you, and revealing the strength, love, and clarity that already reside within you. So breathe deeply. Return to your own center. Trust the journey that has brought you here and the journey that lies ahead. Reflect on which lesson resonated with you the most and consider how you can carry its wisdom into your daily life. Share your thoughts in the comments, because your reflections might illuminate someone else's path as well. Remember, nothing is wasted, nothing is accidental, and every experience is part of the beautiful unfolding of your life. You are not broken, you are becoming. One step, one lesson, and one breath at a time.